Welcome back once again. Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister and the former governor of Rivers State, had now recently fired back at Fubara following his quest to return come 2027. Now remember, Nyesom Wike and Martin Amehule and co and his supporters, Okechi Chinda and the rest of other politicians in Rivers State, are working tirelessly in making sure Fubara does not return back to government house come 2027. Now the question there is, what has Fubara done to deserve this persecution? It is called a persecution because Nyesom Wike was actually the one who brought Fubara into power. He was actually the one who solicited votes and help and everything for Fubara in the last governorship election. Now that he wants to return back and complete the 8 years of the riverine area in Rivers State, it is fairly clear that the Rivers State is in both segments. It is of the riverine area and the mainland area. Now, Nyesom Wike, knowing fully well that Rotimi Amechi, Austin Omeha, and even Nyesom Wike have ruled from the Ikwere and been the mainland area for years. Now, it is now left for the riverine area to rule and complete their 8 years, but yet they don't want Fubara to return come 2027. I'm going to be showing you what Nyesom Wike came out now and made as a fireback to Fubara over his 2027 quest. Nyesom Wike came out and stated that if you don't do this, you are contesting in vain. I'm going to be showing you what he stated without any fear or favor. At this time, so many persons have seen these words coming out from Nyesom Wike, often and on, and they have called on Bola Ahmed Tinubu to take a drastic measure because Nyesom Wike is not in the political party with Bola Ahmed Tinubu and even Fubara. He's of different political party, being the PDP, but he is bringing a coalition, rainbow coalition called the PDP ApC. This is a man who is in PDP and he's in ApC, yet he is dining and whining with the ApC and not allowing the sitting governor of a political party and the ruling party to return back come 2027. I'm going to be showing you what he stated recently, but before I do that, listen attentively to what Isaac Fayose came out recently and made as a statement regarding what is actually happening to opposition party. What is happening to ADC is not just for ADC. It is actually a diminishing return that is actually hitting back on the democracy of this particular country. Now, the deadline of Independent National Commission is very close, yet the ADC are facing internal crisis of court sanctions of INEC not to recognize them as a political party ahead of the Supreme Court judgment. Listen attentively to what Isaac Fayose had to say, and when we come back, we'll continue.
My brother, my sister, if judiciary is truly the last hope of common man, judgment, ADC and PDP judgments in Supreme Court suppose don't come out. You can see the game. Even Mr. President has picked form. People are picking form. Yeah, you don't pick form. Now only APC they pick form because they don't hang the two political party, PDP and ADC, for Supreme Court. Supreme Court adjourned 22nd of this month. Where is our judgment, my lords? Where is our judgment? Nigerians are scared that because they build houses for you guys, we're gonna have problem. Nigerians are scared that you guys are not neutral anymore because the way things are going, because of conflicting judgments coming from the high courts and other courts. Now we are judiciary. You know INEC timetable expires any moment from now. Why are you hanging the two major parties in our country on your table? Even Donald Trump election, the judges, Supreme Court judge in America, they find time to sit, they sat on it and quickly cleared the guy to contest for election. We cannot be like this. Judiciary, whatever that is affecting us, we affect your extended family. Nigerians deserve to have alternative. We cannot go enter this election with one man show. It will be sad. Judiciary, give us our judgment. All we are saying is give us our judgment. Let us know whether na WIKE own PDP or na people own PDP. Let us know whether na APC own ADC or na people own ADC. You are our last hope. INEC is already gone. We are asking them to resign. Now we are in judiciary. Our judgment is still hanging on your table. Sir, my lords, there is no judgment that can change our country today. On your table, there is more than this judgment. All we are begging is give us our judgment. Give us. I'm not a member of ADC or PDP. I am Ajib and I'm onlooker. And I'm looking that this is looking like they are driving us to one party state. Their opponent don't pick from. They are in Supreme Court. Supreme Court.
Welcome back once again. I believe you listen attentively to what WIKE Fir has stated. This is exactly what is actually happening to opposition party. And WIKE and his loyalists are part of making sure that opposition party does not survive in this particular country. And it is obvious that the APC is actually using the institution, being the judiciary, to undermine the faith of opposition party and undermine democracy in this particular dispensation. Now, as we speak, as you could see on your screen, ADC, PDP await crucial Supreme Court verdict. The Supreme Court has decided that they are going to give a verdict and a final judgment regarding the fate of ADC today, being April 30th, 2026. I'm going to be giving you all the informations as at when it gets to our decks. Just do well to often hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and click on the like button so let's get information promptly when we drop them here. Now, as you could see on your screen, if I don't pour anointing oil on you and you are contesting for governor in Rivers State, you are contesting in vain. WIKE FCT minister declares in full contest. The Minister of Federal Capital Territory FCT, WIKE, has sent a strong message to all governorship aspirants in Rivers State ahead of the 2027 election, including Similayo Fubara, asserting that his political blessings remains the ultimate decider. Speaking in his characteristic style, has always been his way. WIKE declared that any candidate he chooses to pour his anointing on will surely emerge as next governor of Rivers State. He warns that without his endorsement and support, any aspiration for the brick house, being the government house in Rivers State, will amount to a futile exercise. That is, the person will not even gain any massive vote or probably win that particular position. Any candidate I pour my anointing on will emerge as next governor in Rivers State, WIKE stated emphatically. He added, if I don't pour my anointing on you, you are contesting in vain. This is a clear message he has sent to Similayo Fubara and his supporters and even the APC at large, telling them that no matter the hierarchy you people have taken in your party, stating that anybody that wants to contest from the Senate to House of Representatives to House of Assembly and appointees must get to meet their governor and agree whether they are going to go for direct primaries or consensus. Now, WIKE is in the PDP, is inversely telling the APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu and their leaders over there, the National Working Committee, that he is the only one that will endorse anybody that wants to clinch on the position of the governorship in Rivers State. That is inversely saying that Similayo Fubara, if you don't come to me or in furtherance get to agreement with me, then you cannot clinch on that particular position come 2027. And you know clearly that WIKE had initially and previously made a statement that he is not going to support Similayo Fubara, not yet again. He made it in a live broadcast in Channels Television publicly that he will never support Similayo Fubara again. So this statement he made that he is the only one that will anoint the person that wants to be the next governor in Rivers State, that is inversely telling Nigerians, citizens and residents of Rivers State that WIKE probably is now a spiritual man or probably a pastor that will now anoint someone. That is why you see this pictorial view of him now, holding an anointing oil and all of that. That is exactly what is happening. That an appointee under APC as a minister can come out and tell a sitting governor this particular message. It got to a point where so many persons started asking a very clear question, that who is actually fueling or giving WIKE the effrontery, the mind and the velocity that he's using to send these often messages often and on. He has previously said he is the leader and of PDP and APC in Rivers State. Now he's telling the governor and every other aspirant, including Tony Cool, including other persons who want to buy any political, governorship ticket from any political party, that he must, that as a matter of urgency and fact, that he must anoint you. If he doesn't anoint you, your exercise to contest is infertile. That is, it is just you wasting your resources and time. And there are rumors that Nyesom Wike has his own candidate. It has not been unveiled, of which if he probably unveils it, then it will actually get to us and we'll actually bring it on this particular channel. This is what is happening in Rivers State. There is no smoke without a fire. That is what it is. So whenever things like this come up, it is very clear that they are clear practical statements Nyesom Wike can make. In furtherance, these are clear statements Nyesom Wike can make without any fear nor favor. Remember vividly that Siminalayi Fubara has not picked his APC governorship form. And also remember that Nyesom Wike and Siminalayi Fubara held an indoor closed meeting previously days before now. So no one knew what they have discussed, or actually if he has tried to succumb or truly tell him to come back to the drawing board. So it is now Nyesom Wike versus Siminalayi Fubara and APC National Working Committee, including Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because he is now trying to tell the APC National Working Committee that whatever route they have taken within the federal character in their APC hierarchy will not augur well in Rivers State. Now, is Nyesom Wike an appointee by Bola Ahmed Tinubu, being the APC ruling party, now a leader in the party? This is what we call an aberration, sincerely speaking. You see, when calamity continues to happen, it turns to a tradition. A lot of persons have frowned towards this particular statement. How can Nyesom Wike come out and say that he is the only one that will pour anointing oil on your head before you become the governor of Rivers State? That is to tell you that even if the masses come to vote on that very day, probably their vote won't count or won't even add up. And this is Nyesom Wike, who is working tirelessly in making sure that the opposition, being the ADC, does not even file a candidate in Rivers State and all. I decided to bring up this to your view. What is your reaction regarding what Nyesom Wike has stated recently, telling Siminalayi Fubara and APC, not until now, that this is exactly the stand of his agreement with his loyalists, Martin Amehule and other civil assembly members? I decided to bring this to your view. What is your take? Don't forget to share, like, and also hit the subscribe button. React on the comment section. I advise Siminalayi Fubara to take drastic measures on what to do, since Nyesom Wike has stated that only if you meet him, you can be the governor, and if you don't, you are not going to clinch on that position. Don't forget to share.